All
Hey,
righty,
Clayton.
we are live. How we doing tonight, Jamie?
Oh, heck, not too bad. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's been a busy day trying to get ready so I can take off and head down to the Black Hills for another stock show.
Awesome.
You really need to come to that sometime.
Hey, yeah, man. That's I don't know. I'm not. That's not my thing, but
No, that's fine. There we got our. I'm using the little one today, the little green one.
Well,
that's right there. Horton Lasercraft. We want to thank them. Another one of our sponsors. We're up to 6 sponsors now, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy that we have everybody on board, and yeah, things are looking up. I shared the pilot episode on X. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that.
We've come a long ways.
That's a little different deal there, ain't it?
Yeah, it was. You could tell it was our first time, right?
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
That's right. So, hey, everybody, thanks for joining us this evening, and we're going to get this baby started. Why don't you give us that second?
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Amen. And there's a lot of 2A news out there. I always laughed at that when people, how do you where do you find all this information? I'm like, just look. I mean, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's more than... I mean, honestly, Clay, with all the stuff out there right now, we could do. We could do a show for 5 hours, really.
Pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know why I want to do that.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff, and I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. It just popped up. Actually, I was just looking at stuff too, and I was like, God dang it, I shouldn't have got this and that. And
yeah, I saw some other things in there too. But that's what happens here. I was putting the show together because I'm going to be heading down the hill, so I'll be doing Todd's show from down there. So I put the show together last night. There's already been a ton of things, but you know what? I will deal with it. That's just the way it's going to be.
I might get some of these. Horton do a little lasering on it for me here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Brian, what's up, buddy? Good evening, fellow MB. Hey, Brian, just so you know, I cooked up your sausage you gave me at work today. We got 6 guys working in there, and 5 guys gave her the 2 thumbs up. One guy doesn't like deer, so I mean,
What the hell's wrong with him? He's not American or what?
Yeah, good stuff, buddy. Thank you. It was great sausage. I loved it.
Hey, everybody over on X, I shared it in the VP chat room, so it should hopefully pick up a little bit here. It'd be X has been on fire for us, so I'm very happy with all our X and our Rumble listeners. I'm over here in Rumble checking that out. We got listeners over there, so yeah. Good evening to everybody. Hey, One Shot, good to see you this evening. Trampus Brenner, hey, I know he's got a bull sale coming up here pretty soon, so. You need yourself some great red Angus bulls, or I guess if you want some of them black ones, you can get one of them too. But if you want some good ones, you go bid on them red Angus bulls over there at Brenner.
It's all about the marketing, Clay.
That's right, all about the marketing. And
I never did figure out how to share our Facebook one here to the groups yet, so I'm gonna quit because I keep looking down. I'm distracting myself and I'm making myself mad by not paying attention to the show here. So sorry.
Well, while you're working on that, hey, Brian says good to hear. Glad you liked it. There we go. And Brian, hey, I suppose we should do a quick recap, guys. We did this a little bit Monday up there on Michael Bell's show, Dakota Mornings. Thanks again, Michael, for having us on. And unfortunately, I couldn't make it in studio, but we made it work. It's different. I still like being in studio.
It is better, yeah. But worked out good. Hey, we had 2 giveaways even, Clay.
We did. I heard that. And the one guy, he got it. Anybody that's an NRA member knew that answer.
Michael was close. For whatever reason, 1791 was stuck in, or 1791 was stuck in my head.
Oh,
but that's not
1781.
That was Bill of Rights.
Or not 1871.
Yes. Yeah.
See,
I said I had 1791 in my head for. Yeah. The Bill of Rights are ratified in 1791.
Yeah. And and if you want to know a little history, if you hit NRA's website, they actually have the history there. But Charles Sideburns, as they called him, they saw how poor the marksmanship was when the Union was fighting the Confederacy, and they said we got to do something about that. And that's when the NRA was.
You did get the Sideburns in there too. You even mentioned that on the show.
I did. Yep. So. Hey, Lynette, good to see you.
Evening,
Hey, I
Lynette.
tell you what, Lynette, thank you so much for taking care of all of us guys up there after the Brain Bucket Challenge. She made some
Oh
awesome
yeah.
chili. Well, it was like a chicken chili. I don't know. It was great though. I tip my hat to her because she did a fantastic
Yeah,
job. I
all
thought.
the food there was awesome with the chili. I definitely had 2 bowls of the chili, and Dan's wife made that noodle stuff. I had a couple of those, and
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, I ate plenty. I've been doing so good, but you know what? I splurged
yeah,
that. I didn't
yep,
care. So
yeah.
I took one shot of Fireball because I was driving
That's
home
all
yet.
I
So
should have had.
I had one shot and I was good to go. And I was like one shot captain,
Yeah,
said one shot. And I went ahead and headed her home, but I had a great time. So I'm proud to say, or not so proud, but yes, I got beat by a girl Saturday.
everybody did but me, Clay.
That's right. I shot high, and all I can tell you is it was nothing. Well, maybe. But I threw my suppressor on. I got home. Guess what? I hit with it at home with my suppressor on, but so definitely it was operator error as far as I'm concerned, which would have been me.
Well, Josh says the
Hey,
chili was awesome. Dan, good evening, Dan. I was just saying we were
good
talking about
evening.
the food there. Really enjoyed your wife's noodle dish there, and Lynette
Yeah,
actually wanted to know who sent that down because she's got your plus. So you're gonna have to come back for 2A today and get it.
yeah. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great food, great time, great seeing everybody, and especially good visiting with Dan. I know we talked a little bit about the NRA banquet coming up in Mandan this coming fall. You know, you and I talked about getting a table. We might just do
Hmm.
that. But Dan thought he might try to come over. Maybe he'll bring Scott with him. But no, it was a great time. We had 16 people there, so
Yep.
fantastic. I mean, it just
Yeah, it
was.
was real good time. Appreciate everybody coming out for it too. It was great.
Josh says I had one shot because I had a headlight out, and then I would then when I went to leave, my other headlight went out. Well, that's not good.
That's what he said. He had
You
to go
kind of need
drive around
lights,
with his high beams on.
right? Oh, okay. Well, now you're just acting like you're about 70 and no one noticed anyway. So.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, good evening to you. So, tell you what, should we get started? You want to give them a recap as to what we're going to cover tonight, or should we just
Let's
get
just
into it?
get into it. Why don't you? Should we get into the Hunter Nation deal? You wanna lead it off with that, Clay?
Yeah. I found this one interesting. That's why I threw it out there because, you don't hear a lot out of Hunter Nation. They keep growing. I mean, they got like over 200 and some thousand members, which for a
Right.
smaller group, 250,000 members
Yeah,
is pretty
and Uncle
good.
Ted's one of the guys that's on the board there.
Yes. Yes, he is. And they had a nomination, and as we know what happened. RFK Jr. made it through, and he's going to get a Senate hearing on the full floor. You know what? I have a feeling it might even happen before the end of the week. We'll have to see.
Yep.
But what did we hear in the entire election? We heard how hunters didn't participate, and you and me both know that's
Right.
true.
Yep.
They just don't vote, and they need to. And so they got the vote out, especially in Pennsylvania. I was shocked at the numbers when they started working on people who called themselves hunters and got a big majority of them to vote. And boom, guess what? That was part of it that happened in all 7 of those swing states because that's what they focused on, Hunter Nation especially. But we had Senator Bill Cassidy, who I listened to his testimony. What a
Is
fud,
he?
as far as I'm concerned. I think he is.
Okay.
He thinks he's pretty smart and he's worried
Yep.
about RFK. He thinks he's anti-vax. He's not anti-vax. We all know that certain vaccinations are good. But what we saw happen in 2020 and since then,
Well,
no
right. He
way I'm
said his
taking
kids
that
are
a lot of
vaccinated,
stuff.
right? I mean, and he's
Oh yeah,
so
so are
yeah.
mine. Although I
Typical
can tell you right
Democrat
now,
lies.
I did mine. They only got the schedule. I only let them give what the shots were given back in, what was it, 84. I'd have to remember because it's been a while ago. I wouldn't let them give anything after that. And because my first child, my oldest, I'm pretty sure that part of his slight autism came from one of them vaccines. Because the one of them that they gave him, he was fine, and then he quit talking. And I mean, just about maybe a few days later, and he just was different from that time forward. He's a great kid, nothing wrong. I mean, he's functioning. He's going to be fine. You've met Landon; he's
Right.
great. I'm telling you, I got some issues with some of them. But anyway, so RFK Jr. I think he's going to be good at what they're nominating him to be. Well, it just shows you the power of hunters. Hunter Nation, they got a hold of a whole bunch of people. They also got the Louisiana governor, Jeff Landry. He come out and did a video. Congressman Clay Higgins from
Piggy
Louisiana.
baby.
He got out. Yeah, there you go. And he did a
remember
video.
Higgy baby?
Oh, that's right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, and basically urging everybody to, let's just put it how I mean, they said it nicely, but they wanted to ring those phones off the hook for U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy, the FUD, and it worked.
FUD Cassidy.
It absolutely. Yeah, he's FUD Cassidy. I mean, come on, you gotta go listen to this guy's testimony if you get a chance. What a freaking.
So he's not like the other guy from Senator from Louisiana, Kennedy.
No.
The other, what's the name, Kennedy down there? He's always got the big quotes and the one-liners.
Oh my God, yeah, he's I forget his first name, but he's great to be on there.
Anyhow,
you should hear the latest one about him and omelets, how he loves omelets better than sex, but maybe not. But hey, it's the same result. You got to serve it. That was great. I mean, when he was giving that interview, I was laughing my butt off. Anyway, they put these videos out asking the hunters, the people who did not hunt, and it went out to basically their entire membership. And you needed to support RFK Jr. because, Cassidy was on the line. Cassidy was one of the deciding votes. I mean, if you had watched any of that, it was a 14-13. That's what it was in the committee hearing.
Let me ask you this, Clay. Which one I mean, what was Hunter Nation's big thing about pushing RFK through? They just wanted.
I think it had more to do with that we all supported Trump. I mean, I supported him. You did. They did. NRA did. We all knew that we were pushing for the Make America Great agenda, and that's what it was. And as we saw in the election, it was overwhelming. Whether it was one little piece of it or all of it, they just felt that as hunters, they needed to help push this through because who knows what we'd have gotten in there. And
I'm with RFK likes his organics.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not saying I don't. I've really changed my tune, and I went today and had some blood tests done, just my 3-month checkup after seeing what I had before. Blood pressure's down. I've dropped some weight. Things are looking good. So
are just like a
it does matter what you're
just
eating.
Flushing through.
Some days. Some days. I can tell you, when you eat too many blackberries and raspberries in one sitting, yeah, you better be nearby. But anyway, so these guys got out. They did a couple great videos. I watched the videos from Hunter Nation. I mean, they did. And they called him out and they said, here, you contact U.S. Senator, Louisiana, Bill Cassidy, and make sure you call this number, this. I mean, they had all the numbers listed. Hunter Nation made sure that the emails went out, the text messages went out to all of their membership. And within 24 hours of this, he changed his vote. So it made a difference. I don't know however many other groups did this. Maybe Turning Point got involved because Charlie Kirk's group's very active. But this one I know for sure. And I guess the whole point of this is whether you support RFK in any other aspect, because I know he's anti-gun. We all know that. But on this health and human
Bobby
services
away from
thing,
the guns and oil, okay?
And that's exactly what Trump said. And I'm sure he's going to. I think he's the right man for the right job right now, as far as in that department, as I think he's got a good chance of cleaning it up. As you know, Jamie, I'm already doing some changes here on my own place as far as the way it's going to be farmed from here on out. And I think they're going to be good changes. I think I'm going to have more wildlife to hunt and harvest or kill.
I'll just say harvest. It makes me laugh. Anyway. I like to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm going to go harvest.
Trump's kind of using the John Hoeven philosophy. He's having a comprehensive cabinet.
Yeah,
John is his favorite word, comprehensive, and he didn't disappoint me the other day when I heard him on the radio.
Yeah, I heard him too, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole about his ideas about CO2. But I do love the fact that it shows the power of hunters and gun owners. If you want to get something done, get them motivated, get them out there, get them to call them senators and put the pressure on. Because there's nothing, I'm maybe different. I'm not going to say I'd never run for anything, but it wouldn't be for the power. It'd be so I could try to accomplish the things we talk about here each and every week. But I can tell you right now, most of them guys are there to have the power, retain the power, if you're that afraid of your constituency, just maybe you might want to reflect on how you're voting then. Because if you're that afraid that your constituency is calling you and they might not vote for you again, then you probably need to check yourself, honestly.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned. So that's why I brought this up. I thought it was a great thing to watch hunters and shooters come together and make this difference and push this candidate over the line, because it did. And I do expect him to be confirmed in the Senate. We have the Senate backing. I think as Pam Bondi.
Yeah, he did. He was the only one.
You just might see him cross over and vote for both Gabbard and
I'm
for
never gonna have
RFK.
a man crush on Fetterman, but I do gotta respect the guy for actually coming over and supporting some things that are actually commonsensical. So
it's like we got a brand new Fetterman. He can make a complete sentence now. I mean, he sounds smarter than Biden any
from
day.
The stroke, man.
Exactly. He probably kind of looks like he has. So yeah. Hey, Doug says, sounds good tonight, Clay.
We had a little issue before, didn't we, Clay? We got it worked out, though.
We absolutely did. I changed mics out, and I think it sounds a lot better, and I think we got it working now,
Why don't you go back there, Clay? I think Mama Joe started off some new string of comments. We had a bunch of them coming in here. Let's get to them.
Okay. Jolene Warner. She says, I'd love to say I had a strategy, but then I would be lying. Pure luck. Well, you know what? I heard your husband talking. Sounds like you're pretty darn good with that rifle.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short.
Well, that says, looks like all Trump's cabinet members will be confirmed. I think you're right, Lynette. I think he's going to have the cabinet he wants. That's the cabinet that we voted for. Think about this. All these people were on the campaign trail with President Trump. So, and you knew that they were going to do it. Trump had hinted at it, but he hadn't said. But I had a feeling that all them people are going to have places in his administration, and turns out they have. Danny says, you can keep or toss that container. There you go. Don't have to worry about that. Josie Milbrand. Hey, good evening, Josie. Glad to have you tuning in. I sent a bunch of messages out today. I did do a little bit on Fascist-book Messenger and sent a bunch of stuff. So I see we got a few people tuning in, which is great. Let's see. Dougie says, your strategy worked better than that, Mama Joe. Dan, I'll store some brass in a container.
Mine, you can put an asterisk later. It worked better than mine.
Oh, so. There we go. But he says, Dan, I'll store some brass in a container till you come back out. There we go. Lynette says, the harder the cry, the more we know it's MAGA and Maha. Oh, yeah. Remember Maha Rushy? You're supposed to make America healthy again. Rush.
Yep. Love it.
And then he said, better than mine. And Brian says, the Dems are attacking Fetterman for bipartisanship. Oh, isn't that rich?
Which they always say, right? They always want to say, "Oh, you need to buy, you need to be bipartisan. You need to buy bipartisan."
Isn't that what they always claim we need? Yeah, that's
right. Right there. Brian said that. Yeah, it just popped up when he said
this is just insanity when you hear them. The things I've been hearing
Democrats
say.
They're out there bitching about appointed unelected bureaucrats. They're the biggest freaking political party to do that, and I don't want to go down the whole thing here. We'll stick to, but. They got to be the biggest hypocrite, and not like, hey, I do hypocritical shit too, but they're the biggest hypocritical piss stains that I've ever came across. So
absolutely, they
kiss my ass with we're going in the war in the streets and shit. Go to war in the streets. I want you bastards to come in the streets and start trying to start a war with us. I'm begging you to do it.
Do it. Say when.
We'll get this shit straightened out the real way, and you're going to regret. You're going to wish you just had a microphone out there. That ugly old bitch from California with the big freaking lips.
Oh, my God.
Negative. All right, so I'm going to get real mad if we start talking about these.
So I'll tell you what, it's about 15-20 after. Why don't we do our first break and thank our top 3 sponsors, and we'll come back and we'll, go into your
come back. I'm going to talk some Ronnie D, baby. Right. My man, Ronnie
D 2028. I don't know. Anyway, here we go.
Located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Like Michael, the flow like Aubrey. Walk around thinking I'm a prince like Saudi. Mismatched Converse, t-shirts tucked in. Know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink cop.
All right, we are back. Oh, am I not back?
You're back, Clay.
Huh. For some reason I couldn't hear it here. Okay, we're back. Hey, quick reminder to everybody too. Starting March, the very first episode of March, we are going to Thursday, so March 6th. 13th, 20th, 27th. I think that first one, April, all through Lent season. Basically, that's so anyone wants to go to their Lent services. Most of them are on Wednesday night, so we want to do that. It's amazing. Easter's not that far away. Think about that. So starting in March, everybody just remember to tune in Thursday nights, and we'll be here same time, just on a Thursday night. So just to keep that in mind.
Everybody knows I'm not giving up beer for Lent. So
I don't give up none for Lent. Oh, by the way, for our two listeners, if you've migrated over from somewhere else, we are no longer on Twitch. Evidently, Twitch decided we were horrible people and violated all their stuff, and they just pulled our whole thing down. Which, oh well.
Well, let me tie something into that quick, Clay, before we go on to my boy Ronnie D. Don Jr., if nobody, hey Travis, what's up, buddy?
Travis,
yo,
nice to see you tonight, Travis.
We're gonna be doing some heavy sausage making here. Starting tomorrow night, we're cutting up meat, grinding meat, and then stuffing, seasoning Friday, and Saturday's gonna be a smoke show. So it's gonna be be good. We're gonna be a good weekend. Speaking of beer, there's gonna be a lot of that going down the hatch. But Don Jr. And we've talked about this a little bit, so I don't want to go way into it. Don Jr. actually sat down with some of the big wigs at Meta, and the word is, according to Don Jr., man, they're going to change the way they treat gun owners, gun pages, hunting pages, and the like that, ammunition and gun related stuff. And sounds like they're pretty receptive to sitting down with Don Jr.
Let's hope so.
I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to believe that, but I tell you what, maybe it's phony, maybe it's not. But like I said before, I'm not one. If somebody's coming over to our team, I'm not going to kick them in the chest. I'll give them a second chance here. And like Zuckerberg seemed like he was kind of coming our way. So, a lot of people were posting, shit ain't changed. They banned this and banned that on my post. It's not in effect yet, man. I mean,
so. It takes a little time. And you know what? If it happens, I'm going to try to get our page back.
Absolutely, because they said go ahead and Field Ethos is what Don Jr.'s page is on Facebook. So go ahead and check that out. And he said if you got sniped out, send them your info, and then they'll try and because once everything's out there, I don't care if you delete it, Clay. Once it's on the internet, it's always out there.
Yeah, it is. Another quick thing, everybody. So Senate Bill 2155, just quickly. North Dakota legislature. It did make it through the Senate, unfortunately, which is they did make some amendments. It's still
Which one was that again, Clay?
That's on the antelope gratis tag.
That made it through?
It made it through the Senate. It will now cross over to the House. So get a hold of your reps. We need to kill this thing.
You gotta be
It-
shitting me, man.
No, it did get through. And get this, I was going through the testimony as far as the written testimony. Everybody that was for this thing, like Wild Game and Fish Media, that's not Game and Fish. That's some other crap. Jeff Benda from Fargo, North Dakota. I mean, you start going down it, you've probably heard of these. Thanks to Jeremy Maher, he was in opposition. Joseph Maher was in opposition from Bismarck. But all these people, the North Dakota Bohomo Association, they were in favor of it. And, yes, I'm going to call them that because that was bullshit.
It is.
You've got, all these people that Sean Cleary, that's your boy. You need to jack him up a little bit. Jack, anybody knows Sean?
I talked to
Jack him
Sean
up and
about
ask
it.
what the hell
Sean
he's
actually
thinking.
called me on that, and I told him, that was a bad idea. And
yeah. Well, and then I talked to Deanna, is that her name? Oostenberg. She was on the fence.
Yeah,
and
Bill's wife.
She was always going to support
Oosting.
landowners and their
Hold on, Clay. Van Oosting, not Oostenberg.
Van Oosting. There you go.
Yeah.
And then she told me, then I decided that I had a constituent out of Dickinson and he was for it. And I said, yeah, so one person. Who else did you hear from? Well, nobody. Fair enough. So you need to call your senators and reps. If you truly don't want this stuff, call them. Because if they don't hear from you, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. But like I told her, I said, I can tell you right now, North Dakota lockout will come back if this passes. And all the antelope are in western North Dakota. And he'd been waiting for 10 years to get a tag. I said, I can guarantee if landowners have to wait even 1 year, they ain't going to get the hunt. Nobody's going to get to hunt their land.
I mean, it comes down to this for me, Clay. If I'm a landowner and I don't get a tag, why in the fuck would I let you come hunt them?
I'm not going to let you hunt. No, just wait. It's just like when I get chewed out every year.
You're going to hear some F-bombs from me tonight, too.
And ladies and gentlemen, I got nothing against bow hunting, okay? Well, there's ways. But I'm telling you right now, if you come to my place and ask to bow hunt, I'm going to tell you no until I get my rifle tag filled. That's the way that I don't archery hunt.
And then it still depends on the deer population, Clay.
Well, no, I'm not going to let anybody on because I don't want my deer chased around until I and my boys have a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if you fill your rifle tag, it depends on what the deer population. Oh, I saw some bucks on there. Good for you. You want more bucks next year? Then I'm not going to let you kill them all. And pretty soon we're all hunting freaking basket bucks. Wow, I got a 120-inch mule deer. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, but that's just how this goes. I mean, land, like I told her, I said over 91% of the land in the state of North Dakota is privately owned, right? So you piss off over 90% of the landowners, and let's just face it, over in the western side, that's where most of the public land is too, probably. But that's where the antelope are. In my unit here, 6A, antelope numbers are down. They did change it from the bucks. They got an amendment in there and changed it then to, total tags. But still, I'm sorry if you don't draw. But I'm a landowner. We were promised gratis tags. I guess that's what it comes down to it. We've put up with a lot of crap. And to me, you take this away or you do it, you think you're going to implement this, we'll lock it down. We'll just lock it down. We'll hunt it ourselves if we can get a tag.
I'm going to make a prediction right now, Clay. It's going to pass the House.
I have a feeling it will. I've already talked to my guy.
You said nobody called because honestly, Clay, a lot of people don't even hear about this that give a shit.
I know. Well,
I sent an email to my senator. Obviously, he was a sponsor of the bill. I knew it was feeble, but whatever.
And the reason it passed was at first it didn't pass the muster, and then they put an amendment in there. The amendment passed, and then it passed out of committee. North Dakota
exclamation point for me.
North Dakota backcountry hunters and anglers. That Brock Wall, that transplant moron.
Yeah.
That guy. He was all for it, of course.
Yeah.
Well, Brock, don't come knocking here. Okay, don't freaking even try.
Oh, I checked him out on Facebook too. He's a real hunter, Clay.
North Dakota Wildlife Federation. They're another one. They're hooked up with the worldwide one. The Wildlife Federation is not with us generally. They act like they are, but they're not. Trust me on that. South Dakota has one. There's a national one. They're not a friend of ours. Then, of course, we need to quit this too. And I know we talked to Kelly about this a little bit. I want these agencies to quit giving testimony unless they actually are asked for not testimony, for expertise. I don't know, opinions, because they always come in here. It's a neutral testimony. Well, when you go look at the testimony, there was nothing neutral about that whatsoever. So obviously, Casey Anderson from the North Dakota Game and Fish Department,
Yeah,
he's evidently
teaches hunter safety. He was one of the. He was the guy. Yeah, so
anyway, just so everybody knows, Senate Bill 2155. Look it up. You can see all the video testimony, all the other testimony, and it's going to go over to the House. So get out there and make sure that you get out there and talk about it. And
Josie Anderson or Milbrand, Josie Anderson. Sorry, Josie. Backcountry hunters and anglers are idiots.
Yes, they are. I wouldn't disagree there. I
They
will
don't
give
live
you
in
the
the real
roll.
world.
The roll call vote on this thing was 27 yays, 19 nays. So it wasn't that far apart. Here's the nays: Beard, Bame, Burkhardt, Dwyer, Inget, Eberly, Kessel, Klein, Lem, Lewick, I can't remember.
Larry Lewick.
Magrum, thanks, Jeff. Myrtle, Patton, Powers, Don Scheibel, thank you. That's District 31. Sorveg, Thomas, Wanzik, and Wobbleman. I think that's how you pronounce that. And, Van Oosting was a yay. Cleary was a yay. Clemens, Beckendahl. I mean, you start going through these and you see who the yays were. It's not really surprising to me. Dever, all people who are.
I mean, Dick Dever freaking constantly letting me down as a Republican, but
yeah, he does me all the time. So
Josie,
anyway, just so you know,
Josie Milbrand, where's Kelly on Jeb and CWD? Yeah, I mean, if Kelly comes back on, I'm going to ask him that because Kelly's he's not with Jeb. He told us. In fact, he told us that. He told me that when I filled in for Michael Bell before that he's not on board with that, and he thinks he thinks baiting should be legal.
Yes,
and he told us that on here too. So
and we got that. That got through the first hurdle. So let's see where it goes from here. As far as the baiting bill, I think it's got the best chance it's ever had to pass. And yeah, Kelly, when we talked to him, he was with us on this. So
I mean, it sounded pretty pretty stout on not letting the game and fish ban baiting. He said he talked to people in DC, and I think he might even said he thought it was bullshit, but I'm not going to put words in his mouth.
Well, you got to think about it. So I can go and put a little pile of corn out there and take photographs on my private land, or even probably on public the way it sounds.
That deer's got a big beanbag on him. Click.
Yeah, but if I want to put out a little pail of corn or something out there, and then I see a deer over it, well, that's illegal.
Yeah.
What is the difference? Now. Anyway, hey, Twitter, you're starting to pick up. Thank you. Keep on sharing. Get your friends to listen. The Twitter numbers keep going up. So
Brian said you got him hooked in there on Triggered now. On
Triggered. All right, it's pretty good, ain't it, Brian?
Speaking of Don Jr.
Yes, Don Jr.'s book Triggered. It is fantastic. If you don't want to read, just get the audio book. Like when I'm out doing chores or I'm
most of us are right wingers. We can't read, right? According to Democrats.
We're knuckle dragging right wingers that can't read. And the next one, Brian, liberal privilege. I'm almost done with that one. I'm telling you, that one's even better yet. And it's all precursor to the election of 2020. And everything in that book, liberal privilege, pretty much, Don Jr. hit it right on the head. Everything came true that he said would under Biden's regime. So, yeah, go read that one too. I do recommend both. And there, look at that, they got a free plug. But,
perfect.
Doug says, can we get Kelly to veto bullshit out of the state legislation? Well, that'd be nice if he vetoed all the bad stuff. But, here's the thing. We're friends with Kelly. He's a friend of the show. We supported him because of the Second Amendment.
If we disagree, call him out. Yep. So, we will.
We don't always agree. But I'm telling you, Kelly's probably, to me, he's a breath of fresh air from what we've seen the last few governors. And granted, I'm glad Burgum's gone. I'm very disappointed that Trump put him in as Department of Interior, but I hope that Trump manages him like he does most people. He's a CEO of the Trump organization. Mm-hmm. And you better kind of toe the line or usually get fired. And we're seeing him fire people right now. So I'll put it to you this way. When you saw how easily Burgum made it through the Senate, big margin, really. It should tell you where his leanings are then, because he picked up a lot of Democrat votes.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
no
the more
other
conservative
one
you are, the harder it is going to be to get you through. So
yeah, and he sailed through, so that should tell you everything you need to know. I'm not a Burgum fan, never have been, never will be.
I agree. I'm not either.
And
so.
listen in on Friday, because I'm going to talk about this on Mitchell in the Morning with Todd Friday morning, because NRA had a whole big thing. They're also happy and blah blah blah. I'm gonna give you what NRA
See, I
says.
told you NRA, they're not.
Yeah, they're horrible people, right? And they
Jump
don't
ship
always
will
get
tell
it
you
right either. But from a Second Amendment standpoint, we all know, yes, okay, Dougie signed some good legislation, but he was on board with a very bad one, and that was the red flag law.
Don't give away the show, Clay. Don't give.
Yeah. I won't. But anyway, tune in on Friday morning, 7:15 a.m. Mountain, 8:15 Central, because I'm going to be talking about that and some other things on Friday morning. So, all right. Now let's get to Ronnie D.
Speaking of governors, Ronnie D, baby, I mean, most people know it. I was a big Ronnie D supporter when he was running for president.
Mm-hmm.
Got his freaking nuts stomped in. Trump's second term here has been, far exceeded what I thought it was. In fact, probably the greatest thing I've ever seen in a politician in my life. So. I'm not going to apologize for backing Ron. I think the guy's awesome. So, but Florida governor, my boy Ronnie D, proposing, Clay, slashing government spending and taxes in his latest budget plan, and gun owners could reap the benefits if lawmakers go along. Which, when this story's over, I'll tell you, the lawmakers are being some real assholes down there. So
yeah, they're not doing such a good job right now.
Yeah, we think we got some rhinos here. You'll find out here at the end. Among the details in Ronnie D's $115.6 billion budget for fiscal year 25-26 are several sales tax, quote, holidays, including one aimed at the millions of gun owners in the state. Second Amendment summer is what Ronnie D is calling this.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah.
I need to tell Kelly about that.
Bet we did. Remember, we did when you were on the radio with him. I said we should do one of these, because West Virginia was the first state I ever seen. That's right.
If I remember right, he was
for a weekend. That was just for a weekend. Ronnie D wants to do it for the whole damn summer here.
Well, actually, read on. He wants to do it a little longer than that.
Yeah. So the Second Amendment summer sales tax holiday is between Memorial Day and Independence Day. It says 4th of July here, but I got news for you. It's Independence Day. Clay's put Josie Milburn put Dumb Doug up there, and Clay's got the old Dumb Doug sticker.
I might know where those stickers come from.
And that would what it does is it temporarily removes sales tax on ammunition, firearms, and related items, which, pretty much, I don't know what the related items are. I got a good idea. The new tax holiday would save gun owners an estimated $8 million, Clay, from Memorial Day to Independence Day, which is freaking awesome, man. That's awesome. Hell DeSantis, that ain't it though, Clayton. DeSantis, the guy a bunch of people call the freaking rhino and anti-gunner.
Someone must not have liked my sticker. We lost someone.
Did we? Okay.
We read back when I did that. Oh, well.
DeSantis is also proposing the construction of 2 new shooting ranges that will be operated by the state, one in rural Liberty County in the northern part of the state, and a second in Polk County in central Florida. The governor's budget calls for $9.2 million spending on shooting sports facilities, maintenance, repairs, and construction. That's on top, Clay, of what, remember they signed the bill that all these gun ranges need to be built in every state on all state, was it federal parks or...
Well, it actually was a joint state or federal. They were just looking for public land, but
yeah. So maybe they can get together and really build themselves some. So hopefully this goes through for Ronnie D and then the gun owners of Florida. But so like I said at the end here, Ronnie D has also been calling for what's the comment there? Dougie says.
Doug says, he goes, I might have to buy some stuff next time I'm down in Florida. You just might, but you won't be able to fly.
Well, what he saves on taxes, it probably covers UPS shipping for the way.
And Brian says, maybe Dougie's watching, and what we're talking about is this sticker.
Maybe he was a fan. He's not anymore.
Yeah, he's never been a fan. Trust me. There's a picture of me if you hit my Fascist-book. Me holding this right next to old Dougie's picture right by the governor's office.
I have seen that one.
Yeah. Hey, they were taking off. You know what? That one I seen leave, they must have went over to Twitter because now Twitter is also starting to rise again. So
Okay,
thanks a lot.
good.
Keep on going, guys.
It's clear over there. They snooze it.
That's right.
So, anyways, Ronnie D has also been pushing open carry in Florida.
Yes,
No,
he is.
not that freaking Rhino. He'd never
Yeah.
do that.
No, he's
Rhino
horrible. He ran
But-
against Trump. We got to destroy that guy.
He also endorsed him after he
Yes, he
remember what he
did.
did? He dropped out. He knew he wasn't winning. He dropped out. Ron's
I believe he was the first guy to do that, wasn't he?
right, and he endorsed him about 2 days later. So, also, so here's who's resisting him, Clay. The Senate Majority Leader and the Speaker of the House down there, both supposedly Republicans, right?
Imagine.
And
that.
not only that, Clay, the Florida Sheriff's Association is bucking him hard on this one.
See, this is don't even get me started on associations. Yeah.
I mean, there's good ones and bad ones, but apparently this Florida Sheriff's Association is a bad one.
Yeah.
They, I've been up in committee meetings at the Capitol. The goddamn highway patrols in there going against your Second Amendment rights. Shit, it's bullshit.
Just about every time it was the same thing in South Dakota. I don't know what it is about HPs. If they, if their brain gets damaged a little bit when they go through school, I don't know what happens.
Well,
but
it's like state
for whatever
police
reason.
kind of. I mean,
And honestly, I don't think it's your general HP on the road. It's always the commander or the associations for them.
well, the one guy actually sent me, as I put it on, said something on KFYR's Facebook page or something years ago, and he actually sent me a private message saying he was pro Second Amendment, and I'm like, well, you didn't sound like it.
Yeah, I mean, telling me you're pro Second Amendment and proving it's another thing.
Yeah. But
And I can tell you right now, if you tell me you love guns and you love the Second Amendment, and then you get out and talk about weapons of war and common sense gun laws, things like that, guess what? You're if you even use the word gun violence, I'm going to write you off right there.
So
that's
like,
a liberal term.
Ronnie D was in, he was in the GWAT, the Global War on Terror, and he was actually over carrying, I don't remember his M4, but because I know I posted a picture of him once.
Yeah,
he had
a
like
veteran.
Thompson submachine gun. He had good finger, and somebody said he doesn't know shit about guns, and I'm like, really?
I got to put that one up. Oh wait, sorry, right here. Josie says way too many trans Republicans.
Yeah, there
are trans Republicans.
I mean, it's a problem in every state. I mean, Florida, the gunshine state. I mean, they're doing it down there.
Too many sheriffs do not understand their power or role. Boy, ain't that the truth, Kelsey. I mean, I'm telling you, the sheriff has a lot of power. Like I said, my favorite one is Corey Lee over in Stark County. He understands what his what his role is and what he's supposed to do.
So Kelsey came back for the Brain Bucket Challenge.
He did, yeah. He did.
The glass didn't work out. He shot my Bloodline Kinetics rifle and was freaking shooting lights out with it. So I told him the glass. I sent him. It was on sale again too, so I sent him the link, and he's going to order that up. So
I think when Kelsey shot that 701 rifle, I mean, I think he almost tripped himself trying to walk away because he just couldn't anymore.
When he stood up, it looked like all
the blood rushed away and went somewhere else.
Yeah, he stood up, it looked like he had a cucumber in his pocket.
We're still on you. We had a lot of fun that day. That's what Kelsey says. They should be the buttress against the feds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they absolutely should. Josie says spot on, Kelsey. And that's the truth. Like I said, I fought it wasn't usually the HPs, but when I was in North and South Dakota doing stuff, it was always, I'm telling you, it was always the commander of the HP or it was their association. And every single time they were against the Second Amendment, they were against reciprocity. They were against open carry. They absolutely thought that they was going to make it. So they all got killed. And guess what? We passed the legislation, got it through in both states. And I don't know. Can you name me one guy that's been killed because them bills were passed as far as law enforcement? Mm-hmm. I can't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was seeing some shit there bitching about open carry. And I'm like, so if somebody's open carrying, would you rather not walk up on a guy open carrying, know he has it, or some dipshit who who's has it concealed. He's going to pull it out on you. And I mean, these guys make no freaking sense to me.
No.
I mean, obviously all of them don't think that way, but they tried to pass a bill down there. Speaking of DeSantis and the Florida House and Senate, that they didn't even want to work with freaking ICE. These people. I mean, the Cuban population, the Hispanic population in Florida voted for freaking for God's sake, Dade County voted for Ronnie D and Trump. I mean, come on.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, so they're going against their constituents by not supporting what's happening with ICE, and it's working. It's already.
So, Clay, if you wanted to shoot somebody, Clay, hypothetically, would you let them know when they're walking up to you that you had a gun and you put it put an AR over your shoulder, or would you have one on your hip, or would you want to conceal it so you could surprise them with it?
If my intent was to shoot them, as soon as they get out of their car, I'm going to get out and shoot them. Because as soon as they clear the door, I'm going to pop them in the head, because that's going to do no good to double tap them. I'm
saying if you're walking around though and you have freaking ill intentions.
Yeah, I mean,
are you gonna show the law enforcement coming up to you that you got a gun, or are you gonna hide it and get the jump on? That's what I mean. They make no damn sense when they try to say if you got open carry, it's not. I mean, is there dickheads who open carry? Yeah, there is. I mean, I've seen videos of these guys and they can be complete assholes, but
I mean, I've open carried, I've concealed carried. I do both. It kind of depends on where I'm at. I did open carry my AR in downtown Rapid City to make a point, and my point was made.
I would like to open carry in the summer, because trying to conceal carry when I'm wearing freaking shorts and a tank top or a t-shirt, it doesn't work that good. I'm just like, let this.
I know one you could use. You could use a little, an AA 22 mag.
Kelsey says, Arms. Be here Friday, brother. Like here, like Bismarck.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Give me a little more in depth on that, Kelsey.
If you are, stop by Jamie's house and hook his computer up for him. I didn't get to because I didn't make it up there.
I was just gonna say, if you're here Friday, swing in. We're making sausage, man. We're gonna have
there you go.
For you,
perfect. All right, so go ahead. Let me probably should wrap this up on your story.
Yeah. So anything? I mean, nothing more to say on Ronnie D. If anybody thinks Ronnie D is anti-gun, which I saw the guy on YouTube today at AR15.com pissing and moaning about something he said in the past, which I like. I like AR15.com, but these dickheads who bitch about these guys aren't freaking dictators. They can't do whatever the hell they want, And he was bitching about him not doing open carry. He's been saying he wanted open carry for a while, and he's bitching about, you just got to get rid of the bump stuff. He's anti-gun, and I'm like, you're not helping your cause by doing that shit, man.
No. I like this though. When I was reading in there, $9.2 million. That's what's being budgeted in spending on shooting sports facilities, maintenance, repairs, and construction. It's a slight reduction from the fiscal year 24-25, but that included a $4.465 million earmark for Palm Beach County Public Recreational Shooting Park. And I didn't realize this. I've been down there a lot, but I've never had to go looking for a range because we always have a place to shoot and hunt.
Mm-hmm.
The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, they operate 10 gun ranges and 1 archery range across the state. So I love this idea. Florida's a big state, and there's not a lot of places that are open. Doug can attest to that.
Well, Clay, he might have actually cut that part out in the budget because of the federal money spending.
He may have.
Bill Gunry, right?
But if you think about it, he didn't, because the year before was that $4.465 million was the year before that went to one specific place. Well, they don't need it now, so that's not in the budget. So really, it's real close to what it was the year before. That's what I was getting at. And I just love this fact and I will say this: their wildlife, their Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, they're all for this. They're on board with it as well. So I like hearing it. I hope they're getting some Pittman Robinson money. I hope they're actually going for that, because they should. It's there. I'm pretty sure they've got a pretty good a chunk, from the sale of firearms, ammunition, the taxes that are collected, but who knows?
And hey, I will guarantee you Trump hasn't even begun to satisfy the Second Amendment community, because I know, like we mentioned that last week, people like Gumshoe and this jackass on AR15.com and a few other guys bitching about he ain't doing shit. listen.
He's been a little busy in the last.
He's
19
done it. Yeah,
days.
right. He got rid of the anti-gun officer. Biden created that freaking Kamala ran, and
Yep.
and
He got rid of that right away.
The other unelected bureaucrats he appointed to run it, right?
I mean, he eliminated that immediately. You know, we can't get rid of the Bipartisan Safe Communities Act. That has to be actually
that's congressional, right?
That's congressional.
He's wanted
they should
carry everywhere. And again, Trump can't just wave a freaking wand.
I will say this though. You know, he got rid of that. He's worked on a couple other things, but he can't do a lot of the things we want. Until Congress passes something, which I'm going to be talking about some of that on Friday if we have time. But he can't do nothing until he gets his attorney general in there, which boom, that just happened, right? He's got to get his Department of Justice under control, and then he's got to get his FBI director in there, Kash Patel. Those are two important ones that are going to work hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can start seeing some changes, because a lot of this crap that happened, remember everybody, was regulatory. Now, as we all know, the Fifth Circuit Court helped us out quite a bit. And I imagine it's going to be appealed, but the Fifth Circuit Court, Appellate Court, overruled and said, no, it is unconstitutional to not let 18 to 20-year-olds buy firearms. So that was a good thing. And they're going to restore that. So give it time. I mean, I know it seems like Trump's already been there for a year because he's done so much.
Yeah,
he's just getting started.
And there's gun people, Clay, that are like, oh, he hadn't done it. Listen, as much as you don't want to admit it, there's more important shit going on right now than
yes.
We need to have machine guns. If he can do that, we'll do it. But right now, he's got other shit he's going to attack. Like I said, I promise you.
For those of
promises, and his Don Jr. just talked to freaking Meta. You don't think he talks to his dad? And he's like, Dad, listen. And he's like, give me a freaking month or so, and I'm going to get to this shit. And trust me, you're going to, get more.
I'm telling you, you're going to want to tune in Friday, because I'm going to be talking about a piece of legislation that was just introduced in Congress. I'm going to be talking a little something on Greenland, and not just from a military strategic point.
Big gun range.
Well, he actually literally mentioned some things that I think gun owners would like. I mean, things are happening, guys. You just don't know about them. Go look at the committee hearings and see what's been being introduced in Congress. We've had the Hearing Protection Act actually reintroduced. We got another one introduced.
Yeah.
Now, and we also have the reciprocity.
So we got the Shush Act too, Clay, which just deregulates suppressors, just like you're buying a freaking.
And that's the one I've got scheduled to talk about with Todd on Friday, because I'm telling you, there's things happening at the congressional level, which honestly, I'd rather see legislation passed and codified and signed, because it's pretty hard to change that.
Right. Then you got to come in and vote it out and get rid of it, and for sure.
So, yeah, we'll tell you what, we at the top of the hour almost. Maybe we better ought to do our
let's do our big one and come back and Clay, we're going into the mag dump, aren't we? We're going straight to mag dump here.
I think that'd be the thing to do.
You're like, what's mag dump? Just hang on.
Oh, just hang on. We've got now the Happy Ending Chronicles and the new mag dump. So, all right.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Like Michael, the flow like Aubrey. Walk around thinking I'm a prince like Saudi. Mismatched Converse, t-shirts tucked in. Know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink cop.
Just keep jamming out here, right? And yes, I will say it again because I just had a text. We know that Arnold is anti-gun. Get over it. It was just kind of cool. So
yeah, you can't get away from it.
Dougie says he likes mag dumps.
Me too. They're fun. Yeah. So what mag dumps is, the longtime listeners will know, Clay, we used to do like the two-way tidbit kind of thing, and we kind of changed the name to.
Quick one here. Josie says Don Jr. is the reason Burgum isn't the VP. I think you're right. And yeah, Junior's solid. And like I said, I finished this first book. I'm almost done with the second one. I'm telling you, that guy. Oh, man, I'd love to see him run. I don't think you're going to see him run, especially not in 28. But I think someday you could be looking at a a hell of a president, but I don't know if he wants to go through it. I don't blame him. So anyway, back to mag dumps.
Back to mag dumps, right? So mag dumps gonna be just like Clay's got one or two, I got one or two. We're just gonna make it kind of, keep it within 5 minutes here for each, and
You better put me on a timer.
I'll let you go first, Clay. Put your mag in there, and they are from Bloodline Kinetics, and then let that 30-rounder go, baby.
You know, if we wouldn't get nixed on YouTube, I'd have really done that. I'd grabbed it, done it. But
we talked to you. Hey, Don Jr. said he talked to YouTube as well, so we'll see.
We'll see. I hope it's true. Let's see. It says here. I know what a group of North Dakota patriots got to Junior and bent his ear, and that's I heard that too, Josie. I think I know who they were too. I'm pretty sure you and I probably know the same people that way. So, all right. So mine has to do being we got the kneeling NFL. I don't care what they say. I don't think they've changed their stance. We shall see. They don't show it anymore.
Oh, so I'll add real quick.
Yeah.
Commissioner Goodell said they're not getting rid of DEI, but they did take out their stupid shit in the end of the end zones, like end racism. And why is that stupid, JD? Because it's aimed at freaking white people, and racism goes to every freaking race. That's why it pissed me off. It's a one-sided bullshit.
Absolutely.
So they took that out of there. Now they're getting flack for that. Who knows? He might put it back up there, but they aren't ending their DEI shit, Clay. But so if they really truly believe in DEI, Clay, right? They should just put a bunch of more white guys and Hispanics in there playing and Asian dudes.
That's right. Yeah, they're kind of underrepresented.
Yeah. So they're full of shit. There's no DEI.
I was never a big NFL fan anyway, and that just reassured me. Any of you guys that want to keep giving your hard-earned money to an organization like that, you know what? You're part of the problem. I don't care if you get pissed. And the NFL sucks. It should still be boycotted. You're just wasting your time and money supporting these jackwagons, and they have not changed. They haven't changed at all. So not all of them are bad in there, but the top CEOs
or conference championship games like the most watched all the time. So
I know that's what I mean. People are dumb. Oh, I hate this, and I'm a conservative. Really? But you watch all the shit that you don't have to. You don't have to. You can avoid that one. So we're forced to do so much of it. We don't have to do that one. But anyway, so this year's Super Bowl, it's taking place down in New Orleans, and of course,
NOLA.
We've talked about them guys before.
Hey, that's correct. That's where Kelsey's from. He's big New Orleans
Kelsey,
Saints
yeah,
fan.
he's big. Well, he's not big. He's kind of short. But anyway, he's
big in the wide way.
There you go. He
not
has
the
a
size
loud
of a tuna can out.
Oh my God! We ain't even go down there.
What? With his AR, man, he fills it with water and shoots it and blows it up.
Yeah. So they're gonna. New Orleans has been in the. They tried to do this thing where they tried to make their whole precinct, which is down by the French Quarter, a school and declared a gun-free zone. Well, they didn't get too far with that. People stepped in and stopped that. They still haven't given up on that dream. But let's just face it, New Orleans the police department is not your friend when it comes to 2A. Well. So they did make attempts. City officials made attempts to turn it into a gun-free zone. But guess what? The right to carry will remain in effect and force throughout the week leading up to the Super Bowl, which is good. The downtown businesses, some of them have you can't carry in my business sign, crap like that. If you're carrying concealed, I don't know unless they got a metal detector how they'd ever know it. But they did say that there will be.
Yeah, they got magnetometers, it says.
Yeah, some of them do. Not all of them, but I'm talking just the businesses themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, they said there's going to be heightened security measures, bag checks, and magnetometers. Did I say that right? Anyway, but lawfully carrying is still likely to be a hassle, but it won't be legal. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had them damn things at Kelly's deal. Next time I see Kelly, I'm going to tell him he owes me a knife. Yep.
Yeah, they did snipe your knife, didn't they?
It's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. But anyway, security precautions include bag searches for illegal items such as explosives. Yeah. You know what? If a guy's coming with an explosive, don't think he's bringing it in his bag. I think he's going to run in there and go, Allah Akbar, and freaking pull the cord, man. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop him. So it's just going to be that way. Adults 18 and older without a criminal record can legally carry concealed firearm without a permit because that's state law.
Mm-hmm.
You legally possessed firearms will not be restricted in the security zone, Louisiana State Police Sergeant Kate Stegall said on their website. Firearms are still prohibited in bars, casinos, government buildings, and along parade routes. That's the part there that bothers me. Parade routes. So what, are they going to designate a whole bunch of parade
So
routes?
the Chiefs said if they win, Clay, if they win the Super Bowl, they're not having a parade because the gangbangers last year, remember they had the big shootout? Shot a bunch of people. Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
I bet you they don't
Good
follow
folks
the
there.
law.
Good folks there,
Yeah.
the gangbangers.
Yeah, the gangbang. They're probably not going to follow these rules, are they? That'd be my guess. But
Oh, for sure they will. They're good guys.
yeah, they're good guys. They also are banned inside the Caesars Superdome, which that's most of these commie taxpayer-funded. A lot of these domes and buildings that house professional sports, and within the NFL's designated tyrannical security perimeter. I added that just for you. Yeah, I call it the tyrannical.
I've seen a lot of NFL videos, Clay, in stadiums this year, and people getting the absolute freaking shit beat out of them, probably into a coma by some other drunk fan of the other team. So, yeah, so it looks real safe in there.
Looks real safe, don't it? Yeah. City leaders
That includes women.
Yeah, and repeatedly pushed
Eagles fans beating the shit out of women because Eagles fans are absolute fucking scum.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, the city of brotherly. It ain't the city of brotherly love. It's the city of brotherly scum. And if there's an Eagles fan listening, tough shit. The Eagles fucking suck, and you guys are scumbag fans. Go ahead.
Yeah, there you go. See, I know nothing about this because I don't watch. I'm usually out doing something.
Well, you've heard the city of brotherly love before, right?
Oh yeah, I know. I know Philadelphia.
Yeah. I actually got knocked off in the queue on a call from the Dallas Cowboys when they lost to the Eagles.
Yeah.
I was in the call queue on a station out of Dallas, Texas, and they said, "Who do you want to talk about?" And I said, "The city of brotherly scum," and they told me it was racist, and they cut me off.
Oh, that's racist? Oh,
yeah.
Well, to set something, I saw a video today that, and this has nothing to do with our mag dump, but that would have been, I forget her name, but she was talking about what was going on with the wasteful money out of the USAID. And she was saying the word tranny, and one of the little ranking members from the Democrat Communist Party side, "Oh, I'd like to bring to the attention of the chair that she used a racist or an offensive remark saying tranny." She turned, and she should get counseling. She turned, "I'm not going to get counseling." She goes, "Tranny, tranny, tranny, tranny." She's just like a couple little kids. It was great. But anyway, she didn't put up with it. So yeah, we'll probably get a mark now for that. Anyway. So I just, the city leaders, they tried to get restrictions in the French Quarter. They said arguing that dense crowds and alcohol consumption make the area risky, blah, 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 blah. Well, for starters, if it's the same thing here, it's the same thing in South Dakota, probably any state. If you're drinking and consuming alcohol, you can't carry. I mean, that's just about every state I know of, to tell you the truth. So you are going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to carry. I like what the author said, though. He says, you can also bring a megaphone and pamphlets if you want to exercise your First Amendment rights in the French Quarter, too. Border might be crowded, but that alone is not a reason to deny residents and visitors their right to carry, no matter how hard the city has tried to curtail the practice. They go through a whole bunch of things about how they were going to implement the plan, like I talked about, with the gun-free zone. But gun owners with a valid concealed carry license will still be able to bear their arms within the zone of protection. But permitless carry is not going to be permitted, I guess.
Would you get the one there about the cooler? Did you read that one, Clay, or did I miss it?
No, they had one in. I just didn't read it, I guess. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to. You can't bring your cooler, but you can definitely bring your Glock. Arthur Hunter, a former judge and New Orleans police officer, jokingly told the New Orleans, Louisiana.com. Yeah, I thought that one was pretty good, too. You can't bring your cooler, but you can bring your Glock. Hey, yeah. I don't care. I don't have a right to a cooler. There's nothing in my Constitution,
See, Josh agrees with me.
Hey, I don't think I've ever seen cooler mentioned in this document. So.
Josh said agreed, JD. Philadelphia fans are actually freaking scumbags. There's no freaking love in Philadelphia. Brotherly love, man. You're my brother. No, you're not. If you don't like the Eagles, they'll freaking throw soup cans at you and beat the living shit out of you. No.
Hey, Josie, thanks for tuning in. He said he's got to go, so thanks for tuning in tonight. So, yeah, anyway, it looks like they're going to be able to carry. I like that he says it's a moot point, given the inability of the New Orleans Police Department to turn its substation into an education facility. But he says if you're planning on traveling to New Orleans for the big game, many private businesses in the quarter now have banned concealed carries on their premises. Still against the law to carry a firearm while under the influence. And if you're planning on partying, I love this. I think we need a T-shirt. If you plan on partying, leave the gun behind or have a designated carrier. And stay sober. That would be a great T-shirt. Get your designated carrier, have a gun on there, a guy with a gun, guns in a 701.com.
Right.
So
right.
That's
so,
my mag dump.
Clay, did they ban driving over people at high speeds in New Orleans that weekend too?
Well,
that happened here about a month ago that nobody even talks about anymore. And how many people died? 12 people. And
I imagine there's already a law. That whole thing about reckless endangerment, attempted murder, homicide.
Well, what you got to
different
do,
things, but
hey, double ban it.
Double ban it. You got to double dog dare you. Double dog dare you to do it. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Guy, no gun, but he ran over, I don't know how many people and killed 12 and injured 17. Yep. But it wasn't with a gun, though.
No, it wasn't with a gun. But everyone, they're not banning vehicles, so I don't know.
Yeah. So, all right, Clay, right. I'm going to get my mag put in here and dump it. If you haven't heard me say enough things tonight, off the cuff here, I'm gonna get what Dougie got going on there. He
says I have a Glock 7 they can't detect and costs more than they make in a month. Die Hard 2. Love it. I just had to put that up there.
Yeah, it's made out all ceramic. You can't detect them. And
double secret probation. Oh yeah.
So we have a new vice chairman of the Democratic Party, DNC, the Democratic National Party.
I heard that. He's even been to Bismarck.
Yeah. Wow. What the hell does that have to do with anything guns, JD? Yeah. Well, David, the 95-pound weakling who's probably had multiple cases of sand kicked in his face on the beach.
Stuffed in lockers.
Previously, Clay is called, there's a normal guy here. He wants to normalize the Democrat Party. Previously called on U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to be abolished and for defunding the police. Defund the police, not the United States Postal Service, Hogwash said. This was an X post he said here on August 15th of 2020. Abolish ICE in a different post 2 weeks later. And they say Hogg was, down at Parkland, of course.
Right.
Shooting down Park. I mean, most people say he wasn't even at the school, right? He was.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I can't confirm it. I'm not taking it. But anyway, Hogg, here's some more of his statements here, Clay. This is the one that really freaking gets me here, right? He also made posts on other topics, including a January 2021 call he wanted to declare the NRA a terrorist organization.
I remember that.
The NRA needs to be designated a terrorist organization for their role supporters played in staging an insurrectionist coup, is what he said, Clay. So he's referring to January 6th, right? An insurrectionist coup. How many guns did people use when they went in that day?
Only the cops that killed the one person who was participating. Yeah. That
so,
was
but he wants to defund the police too. So.
Well, yeah.
He also made posts about climate change and incorrectly predicted the outcome of the 2024 election. He said, he said Biden was going to win, right? If the election matchup is between, and he's using Taylor Swift and Ted Nugent, I think it's safe to say I've seen enough. Biden wins the 2024 election.
Good call, David Hogwash.
So he was saying Taylor Swift is Joe Biden and Ted Nugent is President Trump, right? And he said, unlike COVID, he said, here's what he's talking about. There's no vaccine for climate change. Once we start feeling the impacts, we can just implement and survive. There is only one solution: prevention. Hey, Hogwash, the freaking Fauci even said the goddamn COVID vaccine didn't work.
That's right.
You worthless little punk. And he was here. He showed up here after that, right after Steve Bakken was elected mayor. We had a Second Amendment rally down right next to the.
Yep.
Because they were going to show up here talking about gun control, banning AR-15s, which anything of gun control you want that Clay and I have ever talked about, Hogwash wants it. It's common sense.
Let's not forget that your tax dollars were used to bus in people from the Standing Rock Indian Reservation, and we saw all the vehicles. There's the U.S. government right there on their plates because that's who owns them.
Yeah,
And
they
bust
did.
all
That's
these-
right. The
yes,
big
they
bus
did.
did roll in, didn't it?
So just remember that a ton of your tax dollars were used by the tribe, Standing Rock Sioux tribe, to go to that worthless freaking seminar, and there was a lot of them there.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
And I
Take your
will
public
add,
school to that.
Clay, the nice Democrats, the open-minded Democrats, and we posted about it that we were doing it. I think it was on my personal page, or I don't remember. We made it public. Oh yeah, I had a bunch of the open-minded, friendly Democrats from down there saying they were gonna kill me and kick the shit out of me. And funny, none of them showed up.
None of them showed up. Kelsey says old David sits on gerbils in his spare time. I had to put that one up. That was great.
So yeah, Hogwash. He's only 24 years old, right? He says here he was kind of bragging there on X. He's ready to kick ass, and whose ass are we gonna kick? He kind of did his Obama. Whose ass do I gotta kick? Which was the weakest attempt at being. He says, "I've been elected as vice chair of the DNC. I'm deeply grateful." Oh, Clay, you're gonna love this. I'm deeply grateful to the members for their trust and belief in me, and I don't take it lightly. Now it's time to get back to work. A Democrat Party that is authentic, reliable, and earns people's trust and wins again. It's time to stop right here, Clay. It's time to stop surrendering, go on offense, and take the fight to Donald Trump and every single Republican who is gutting our rights, attacking workers, and rigging the system. So he's talking about winning people's respect back and stop attacking people. And he just said the NRA is a freaking terrorist organization.
Yeah, well, that's about right. That's how they talk. By the way, I don't know. He must have missed that thing here in November. Where President Trump landslid. Kamala, and the anti-gun, the anti-Second Amendment, as far as I'm concerned, Communist Democrat Party landslid them, and guns were a big issue. They made it what I thought was funny is they were making it their own issue. But check this out: the new 2025 platform says right there. Chapter 5, protecting communities and tackling the scourge of gun violence. The DNC hasn't learned a damn thing. So they just passed this. This is their new platform. I have it right here. And I mean, you ought to read this. They've gotten worse. They don't even hide it, which I'm glad they don't. But I mean, you kidding me? I mean, the scourge of ripping apart. I mean, love this. Gun violence epidemic is a scourge ripping apart our communities. It's the leading cause of death for children and teens. Mass shootings at schools, grocery stores, houses of worship, dance halls, and nightclubs, as well as daily gun violence at home and on the streets. Devastating American families. We better do something about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he says too, Clay, he's called on the party to rethink the way they've been doing things. Okay, he's going to change his ways, right? Arguing that it's vital to rid our party of its judgmental attitudes. You mean a judgmental attitude that you said the NRA is a terrorist organization, you little piece of shit?
Yeah.
And do the work to win back every group we lost this year from the working class of young people. You're really going to win back the working class by wanting to keep a bunch of goddamn illegals here taking people's jobs away for a fraction of what Americans should be paid. And this guy's freaking, like you said, Clay, didn't learn a damn thing.
They didn't learn nothing. I had to actually sit down and watch some of it after I seen some of the videos coming out. So I went and watched it. I mean, I'm telling you, if you want to really bore yourself and waste some time and watch how delusional the Democrat Party really is and how they are they don't know what to do. They really don't. And it's a party of nothing. I mean, they couldn't even decide when they were voting. Oh, now you can vote for two of anybody in any gender, and then I gotta have this person, and brings up this old relic, and she looked like she's wearing a couch cover. Talked about you can vote for two males or two females or two whatever. Buying it. No, you can't do that. I was like, really? This is the party? They haven't learned a damn thing. And then after all of this DEI stuff they talked about, you got these black women who got up there and basically said, vote for me because I'm of this color, which I thought was hilarious.
Hey, Clay, honestly, the gal from Texas, I mean, straight up freaking bigoted racist shit on CNN about white people.
Yeah, that's Crockett.
Crockett. Yeah, I mean,
she hates her.
Hey, if you think you think anything I ever said was, go ahead and listen to her. So I mean,
it was horrible. But I'm telling you, This is the party of supposed inclusion and all these things. And what do they put at their top 2 positions? 2 white men. Well,
Yeah.
1 white man, maybe, and then a beta boy.
Well, white beta. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they
Well,
haven't learned a
95
damn thing.
pounds. I asked, they demanded a meeting with the mayor, which Steve gave him, and he came out, and I said, so he started giving me this, and I'm like, I only want to know one thing: is he as little as he looks? And he said, way smaller than you even think he is. Guy probably weighs 100 pounds. What does that have to do with anything, JD? He's got little man's disease. He's a little punk ass, is what he is.
Yeah, he's a little.
Then he went out shooting skeet and claimed he was Second Amendment. I don't have nothing against shooting skeet. It's fun. I do it myself, but don't come out there and say you own a shotgun and you shouldn't own an AR or anything over a 10-round magazine.
Dougie says, don't forget the singer that wanted to be the DNC chairman. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot
Who's
about
that?
I don't know who it was, but I remember they talking
That
about
was that wet or dry, Wade. He was dry.
He's dry. He puts it in dry.
Like our girl said, he's dry. That shaved boy, he's dry.
Hog is he's probably dry. He probably takes it dry too, but whatever,
Oh, for sure.
So before we go to the happy,
here's martini you meant, right?
What's that?
Here's martini you meant, right? Dry. He wants a dry martini.
Yeah, must be. He takes it dry. Yeah. Don't drop the soap. But anyway, just
he can't
I'm telling
pick
you right
it up.
now.
Look at him.
Oh, what a douchebag, and he's now the vice chair of the Democrat Communist Party.
Good. Perfect choice.
I was just going to throw out here. Let's do one quick ad here with our with our 3 main ones, and then I'm probably going to come back when we get back here, tell you just a quick recap of maybe what I'm doing Friday, and then we're going to our happy ending chronicles. That sound good?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll thank some sponsors, pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
Oh, you got me.
Located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Like Michael, the flow like Aubrey. Walk around thinking I'm a prince like Saudi. Mismatched Converse, t-shirts tucked in. Know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink
All right, we're back. Thanks to our sponsors. Again, we can't do it without our great sponsors. And we thank each and
Absolutely.
every one of you guys. And Lauer Auto Repair, they've been with us since the very beginning. They do great work. If you're down there in Bismarck, North Dakota, stop by 309 South Washington Street for Lauer Auto Repair. And ask the boys will get you set up. I mean, I came up there a couple weeks ago. I needed my oil change, and he got me right in. So they have great service, and you know their Second Amendment. So don't forget to look them up and have some work done down there.
I just talked to Jake today, actually, at Bloodline. They're going to get some pre-fit barrels coming in here. So,
and if you do visit our sponsors, tell them you heard it here because they want to hear that. So
that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it.
So on Friday, like I said, I've kind of give you a few teasers. I'm going to be talking about the S-Hush Act, and that actually stands for Shush. Silencers Help Us Save Hearing. Again, remember, we have that one, and then, of course, we also have the actual Hearing Protection Act. Both of them are great bills, so we'll see where they go. I'm really looking forward to this because right now it's gaining momentum. Trump's Greenland plans and a little special treat there as to what he's if this happens. The NRA applauds Department of Interior Secretary confirmation, which is what I was talking about earlier with Burgum. And then down in South Dakota, they passed out of the Senate the Firearm Financial Privacy Bill. It's Bill 81 if you want to go check it out on their website. I really like that bill. We already have a form of it in North Dakota. We did this last session, but it's just another protection for you. If you're using credit cards, it's going to protect you. And then my happy ending chronicle, that's a Jamie renamed it, so it's great.
I like it.
Road rage leads to a teen being, let's just say, protection was served.
This is a good one. Oh, God, you're a teen got hurt,
Yeah.
JD? You're a scumbag.
You know, it kind of goes.
But go on, Clay.
It kind of goes along with, the little sign that Axe has out there. FO,
FAFO.
FA, and
on the corner of FAFO.
Yes, that's exactly it. Don't be stupid. But
where'd this happen down in DeSantisville?
No, it took Juneau, Alaska.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting one. If we get to all of that, I can tell you, I everything I send to Todd, we don't always get to. But
right.
So, Doug Wolf, he says here, Kelsey, I hope they never do.
What was that pertaining to?
I suppose that's what he said, that they haven't learned a damn thing. Well, yeah, they never do. So, all right.
Yeah, me too.
Happy ending chronicle. Guys, this takes place in Chicago, Illinois. Imagine that.
Oh, wait.
That's all. You can't have guns there, right? Right? Anyway. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a second. Just a second. I got to read this before we go. Eric says, I won't get a suppressor because of hearing protection because I'm already deaf. I'm getting one because they look cool and all the cool people have them. Love it, Eric. I love it. So, all right.
Hey, and if you get one, by all means, if you're in South Dakota, go down there to Little Angry Man Arms and get one from John. If you're up in Bismarck or in Bismarck, Mandan area, anywhere in North Dakota, get on Mandan Sporting Goods. Brandon's.
And John's got quite a few on hand down there in South Dakota. I really do recommend
you do it. He's got the Turbo T3, man. That's what I got. And that's right. I won the Brain Bucket Challenge with that baby on the 701 rifle from Bloodline. So
it was awesome. Yeah.
And it never hurt anybody's ears, did it? When that went off, it was like a little firecracker.
Didn't even hear it. Didn't even hear my Swift either, even though I didn't have my suppressor on. But anyway. All right. So a legally armed garbage collector. Who the hell? Who wants to rob a garbage man? I mean, seriously?
You're a piece of shit, man. If you're going to run a guy who's probably not making very much anyway.
And, and then he had to defend himself against two, not just one, two armed robbers outside an elementary school. This was last week, Friday. And he had to shoot them both and killed one. But really, so let's see. We had a guy in Illinois.
Wait a minute, Clay. Wait a minute. Talk about shot placement here, because I think this guy shot his pistol a little bit.
He did, but I gotta point out though, this was a school zone, so that's working out real good. Them gun-free zones.
Hey, it's legal, yeah.
So, according to local media, the 28-year-old sanitation worker, he possessed a valid concealed carry license, which means he probably has a FOID card.
FOID, yeah.
He was doing his job, collecting the trash next to DRW College Prep and South Holman Avenue when confronted by two men. The suspects displayed a firearm and attempted to rob him. An exchange of gunfire between the suspects took place and the worker. The garbage collector was unharmed. This is great, right? He's unharmed after a shootout, but both assailants were struck. A 42-year-old suspect collapsed about 20 feet from the entrance of the school and was pronounced dead on the scene. Good for him. That was worth it, right? And then with a gunshot wound to the head.
Right, that's the first guy. Headshot.
I think he can do a brain bucket challenge. Right?
Yeah, good thing he wasn't there. He might have been right there with me and Mama Joe.
You'll love this. The police said that this guy, this suspect, well, he ain't really a suspect. He's dead, so he is actually the assailant. The records indicate he had a lengthy criminal record, so he probably couldn't even have a gun. He was in a gun-free zone by the school. Yeah, and probably didn't have a FOID card either. But
42-year-old guy, Clay, still a piece of shit.
Still a piece of crap. And he had a conviction in a 2008 armed robbery just 2 blocks away from where this happened. The second suspect, a 20-year-old man, he suffered a gunshot wound to the neck and was transported to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition.
Hey.
I can't
I
tell
told
you.
This guy was sniping shit, man. A headshot and a neck shot?
You gotta love it, don't you? And coming out unscathed.
Yeah, he's like center mass. Hell with that. I'm going for the brain bucket, baby.
Hell yeah, brain bucket challenge.
He's lucky he didn't blow an artery out in the neck.
Authorities recovered 2 handguns and seven shell casings at the scene. Well, my guess is the 2 guys probably tried firing. I don't know how many this guy fired, but I don't think he missed much.
Men at Work probably just shot twice.
Men at Work.
Dougie's got the Men at Work movie. There's Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. Great movie, by the way.
It is a great movie. It even says in the story, who tries to rob a garbage collector? I mean, really, but it proves one other thing. It's always good to be aware of your situation. Situational awareness. It's always good to carry. You hope you never have to use it. But when you do, make sure you win and take out the threat, which he did. And we now have a very good happy ending Chronicle. And we got one guy that assumed room temperature who was evidently a piece of crap with a history of criminal activity.
42-year-old piece of shit. Should have been dead 10 years earlier.
And I don't know about the 20-year-old man. There was no information out there when I looked into this a little farther because I always try to go look for other local stories, but there was nothing on him. I don't even know his condition. It was still listed critical from the story, but there was nothing else after that. So I don't know if he's alive or dead. But yeah, so that's a great happy ending. And you know what? Kudos to this
chronicle,
guy.
Clay. What a chronicle.
Yeah, what a chronicle.
But my advice to the guy who got shot in the neck, anytime you feel like going to rob somebody again, feel that big scar on your neck there where you didn't end up. And
when you think you're going to go after somebody who's, they're out there at different times early usually, or they're doing a hard work or a job nobody else wants to do, and you think, they're just going to give up. You might want to double think that. You might want to double think that. I mean, can you imagine this? This guy sees these guys, pulls his deal up, boom, boom. I just can envision this.
Let's go get us some booze from the garbage man here.
So, yeah. No, I thought it was great.
Awesome.
I
love
thought it was
that
a great
one.
ending.
Like I said, not only did the dude just like went headshots and it worked. I mean,
brain bucket, buddy. Brain bucket happy ending Chronicle. There we go.
Love that.
Leave no witnesses, and you are the only one that speaks the truth.
Yeah,
right?
28-year-old guy too. Young guy got his carry there. Garbage guy out freaking. Hey, I love garbage guys because
without them, we don't have a very clean place.
Oh my God, especially if you live in town. So
right here, I'm the garbage man, the plumber, the sewer guy. Yeah,
I wonder if Bismarck garbage guys can carry guns.
I don't know.
I bet they can't.
Probably not. And Steve Balkin didn't change it either. That's a whole nother. Don't even get me started on what happened at Burleigh County. So anyway,
that might be a special. That might be a special episode for you.
Might have to have Mark on. Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that's all I got tonight. Again, Friday I'll be on. with Todd Mitchell. Mitchell in the morning, 7:15 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:15 Central, of course. And I kind of gave you a rundown of things that I got in the can ready to go, but I don't know how many we'll be using. I always leave that up to Todd, and it's always a good time. I mean, we have a good time on there, so it's a good time. Yeah. And thanks again to Michael. Michael Bell let us come on again for almost 2 hours this past Monday on Dakota Mornings, and the next one will be was it March 3rd?
I mean, tentatively until he confirms it, March 3rd, the first Monday, and yeah.
So that's what we're looking at. right now, look for us on March 3rd. We'll be again on there. Usually we try to do it at the very beginning of the month, and that seems like it works out good.
So Clay, what are we doing with the badass? Deke's got a bat. Are we doing that tomorrow night, or what are we doing?
I think what I'll do is I'll try to schedule. We had one on here, but I think we'll schedule it as its own deal, because I think what's going to happen here, Mike has not left the show. I've been asked that a couple times. He needed a little time off, but like I told him, I said, maybe you want to do the badass and then do it yourself, give it a little intro, and just do it like a 10, 15-minute deal on it. Yeah, I do too. And just pick a day and then do it.
Badass is freaking awesome. Deeks does. I mean, that's very professional, in my opinion.
I will this one's good too. I like it. So, yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to schedule an event for it and let it go. It'll sometime go live.
He didn't want to give it like his own little intro there and do a live.
Didn't sound like he had time to do it. He didn't think so.
All right,
that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, my buddy Trav. Yep, tomorrow we're like I said, we're cutting up meat and
yeah,
it's gonna be a sausage making week. It's gonna be fun. Sausage smoking. I mean, we're gonna drink too much. There's no doubt about that. So.
For those of you listening in, probably don't. I'm probably not going to be able to broadcast this live like I usually do on Friday morning, because I'm going to be down in the hills and I'm not taking my computer with me. So
yeah,
I'll be on 550. You want to listen, and then you can always catch the podcast on iHeart. Jamie usually puts a link up to it on our social media stuff. So yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, Josh. It was great having you guys all listening tonight. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. I will put one thing up here. I forgot to do this.
I was told Clay too. I mean, if I do the special Saturdays now and then. This Saturday, I'm smoking sausage all day, so I don't think it's going to happen. You never know, but.
And I know we have talked about getting a drinks in the 701. So. Yeah, stay tuned. We'll get something going on.
Yeah, well, we got 18 wheels sausage fest after you beat up on the girl.
But yeah, I encourage you guys to even call in. I've told Todd, if a call comes in, take it. And you can do 1-800-258-0550 or it's 701-258-0550. Call in and let us know. I'll definitely take a call.
So a friend of mine actually told me, Clay, I should have let Mama Joe win. And I'm like, trust me, Mama Joe wouldn't have wanted me to.
No, she wouldn't have.
And it's not like I just was looking down there like, I guarantee I'm going to hit this. And
no, this was all on the up and up. And I'm telling you, the girl can shoot. And then they had their shoot off. And so, it was all fair. But hey, we definitely gave her. That was your suggestion or mine?
No, that was yours. I said I can't win. I mean, we said it on Michael Bell show.
Said give it to.
I said I don't know. I can't win our own freaking barrel threading prize. And Clay's like, give it to Mama Joe.
Absolutely
perfect. That was awesome. So.
And they made they brought some bologna and some sausage that they made. Oh, that was outstanding. I kept having to walk over there and just snipe a couple pieces every time I went by. So.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
If you're a carnivore, they're your guys. They'll make you the best. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did the cold smoke on it, too. He didn't, I do the hot. And he said all they did was cold smoke it. And, the cold smoke on there was great.
Brian says, you don't let Mama Joe win
shit. Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. That's what I said. I'm like, bullshit, because the first one, when she hit it, that blew up hard. I'm like, she freaking daggered that thing right in the middle, man. I'm not, when it comes to shooting, I'm not giving anybody.
Gosh, that's good stuff. Dougie says here, he goes, it was a lot tougher than it looked. Yeah. I shot right over the top.
So, Clay, I will say a few people have told me that, man, I can't believe more of you guys didn't hit that. And I'm like, I thought the same thing, and we were all worried, and I went and bought more, I stopped in Mandan Sporting Goods. I got some more binary targets there. Once you leaned over the hood there, I know it was 125 yards, but you're not as stable. And I leaned over the hood and tried it, and I went in the cab like Troy and Trevor tried. And man, it was a horse apiece to me. And I just was like, I think I feel more confident over the hood. The second shot that I did kind of use a little different technique. It was more stable. I definitely felt more confident, but it wasn't.
It definitely is.
I mean, if you think we, it's that easy and we suck after watching, again, open invitation. The next one we do, come on out. We're doing an iron sight one. So
I think part of it too is, let's face it, they're not that big, those little targets you were using.
No.
And that's fine. I think if you were just shooting a headshot,
I mean, honestly, about
That's
as big around
different.
as I can, koozie. Really.
yeah, and you put that out.
They
Plus,
are cool. The
100
Firebird
plus-
targets
Oh.
are cool too. I like that.
and they
gotta-
blew the heads off, which I thought was even cooler.
Well,
yeah.
Mama Joe's it did. I think she had that bigger 6.5 bullet going in there. And wow, I thought it was God's cartridge shoot, JD. Yeah, I mean, it is, but I didn't say it was the best at everything.
All righty. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to call it an evening, guys.
Yeah, I gotta go
I-
move some snow off the driveway. So
Well, I got to go finish packing my stuff, so we'll be back on Sunday. So we're leaving tomorrow. But yeah, I'm looking forward to another great weekend down in the hills. And yeah, thanks for. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and it was a great time on the Brain Bucket Challenge. I had 16 guys
Absolutely.
out there from all over. So
and gals.
and gals. Yeah. Hey, gals, show up. We're not
Gals
afraid to have you
yeah,
out there.
There was one gal and she represented hard, man. It was
And I'm
awesome.
telling you right now, it's like I always said, when I was teaching anybody to shoot, I will teach women any day because they actually listen to what you're saying and they don't come with a preconceived idea that they already know how to do it. Well, then if you know how to do it, what the hell are you doing here? You know,
We gotta get. I mean, Lynette's got to get in on one of
I
these.
think Lynette would be great. She needs to try it. So
Remember, she did use Troy's 284 on 2A day there and drilled
Yeah.
that thing at 500. Or
hell
whatever it
yeah,
was.
I think it'd be great. So, all righty,
All right,
everybody. Thanks again, Jamie. Thanks.
You bet.
Good
Thanks,
time
buddy.
again, and
Much.
tune in Friday, and we'll see you next week.
You bet.
All right.
Keep your powder dry, Clayton.
Keep your powder dry.